Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to manipulate Monochromon's minigame in Digimon World. So this will work in any circumstance on any region version of the game. You'll be able to do this from a save file that you make inside Monochromon shop. So I will quickly explain the prerequisites. So the requirements is you must be on a PS2 or a PS1 emulator with the BIOS SCPH7003.bin. And as I mentioned, it works on any region. So this will work PAL, the US copy or the Japanese copy. Same customer order that I'm going to be showing off as well will be it'll be universal. So first things first is I've got a save file already prepared. I'll load that now. And I'll just show the first step. Just sleep and save as soon as you enter the shop. So this is what will happen when you load your save. But I will show when you want to save. So probably preferable is that your Digimon be tied. In this particular case, I actually have Cheat Engine open. You will not need Cheat Engine to do this, but I actually have it open to set his status to tired, even though he's not tired. So if I just press triangle, I've gotten he isn't sleepy. Change this. I've got him to be able to sleep. So what I will do now is I'll enter the shop. And I will not move from the spot that you're entering. And I will set his sleepiness flag active. Now, when you do it yourself, you won't need to do this. Just do it at a time that your Digimon's tired and walk to Monochromon shop. And then just have him sleep right on this spot. Now, this doesn't need to be Bakemon. In my particular case, I use Bakemon. But you can use any type of Digimon for this. So, set save and go. Now, when your saved file is done, you just want to restart your emulator or restart your PS2. So just hit the flick the power switch and just reboot it. Make sure you do a proper reset. Otherwise, it won't reset the RNG. So that's just like a soft reset on the console will be fine. So now you got that. Move on to step 2, which is reset console and reload the save. Step 3 is you want to talk to Monochromon without letting your Digimon move, or before he starts moving and stops moving. So I'll show you what I mean by that. When I load this save file, what I do is I hold left, and I'll walk up to Monochromon, like while it's fading in. What you want to basically do is hold left and mash X. That way you will interact with Monochromon before the screen finishes loading in. Now, when it says, do not let your Digimon start moving and stop before talking to Monochromon. See how my Digimon follows me when I move. When he stops moving, the game's RNG advances by 1, which would change the RNG for the manipulation. I'm going to restart again so it resets the RNG. So we load the save file. I'm holding left, and I'm going to start mashing X when I hear the music. And that initiates the conversation with Monochromon. So as you can see, my Digimon hasn't moved from the spot. So this means the RNG I've got is exactly what the console started with. So I'll explain a little bit first. The way Digimon World's RNG works, which stands for Random Number Generator, by the way. That determines all the random elements of the game. So the way Digimon World works is that if you restart your console and you boot it up, you boot up the game for the first time, you are presented with an RNG value that is the default. The RNG value you get is determined by the BIOS that you are using on your PS2 or emulator. Now, the PS2 always has the same BIOS, so it's accurate. So whatever PS2 model you're using for this, which is why I recommend using a PS2, the BIOS is always the same. But if you're using a PS1 emulator, make sure you have that exact BIOS that's in the side panel, and it'll work fine. So you're presented with that default RNG value. When you load your save file, no matter where you are in the game, your default RNG value will be the same. Meaning, you can do this. So you load your save file after rebooting the console, and you're on a predictable RNG. So it's not really random anymore, it becomes what I've heard a couple of people say is pseudo-random. It's something that you can manipulate and take control of. So in this particular case, we have the list of customers for this particular RNG that you get from loading a save file. As long as you save and reset the console once you're in the shop on, as I said, any region copy of the game, so PAL, NTSC-U, or NTSC-J, all of them will work as long as you're either running on a PS2 or have that BIOS version. So I'll explain each customer that comes up because the text on the left may not explain it too well. So we have our first customer, which is a Gotsumon. He's asking for meat. So as you can see up at the top of the side panel, it has Gotsu-Meat, and then it says Raise-Rethink, and then Raise. So what that means in terms of actions is we've got raise price, so we select that, and then when it says raise 50 to 55, you'll want to go to let me rethink this, and then you want to raise the price again, and this time actually finish raising the price. So that's the first customer done. When it says raise by itself in terms of this Goburi-Mon and he's asking for a porta potty, you just want to mash X through. And that will be that. So same thing again, just mash through. So I'll explain another way you can do this as well. So this one's another raise, rethink, and then raise again. So you raise the price, get to this point. You can also press triangle. Pressing triangle automatically selects let me rethink this, and it cancels it. Then you just raise the price again, and in this particular case, this Weed-Mon has fleed or left the building because he's unhappy with the price we've offered him. This is actually okay. What this does is it lowers the amount of customers that you have to deal with, but because of the manipulation, you'll still get enough money from the end of it. So another Weed-Mon asking for meat, just raise, so mash the X button. So just keep mashing for this one too. Okay, so this one is a bit of a unique one, so we'll just explain this as well. So, Weedmon asking for meat again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do raise because it says raise, so just mash through. And then he'll say you're charging too much and he will ask you to rethink your decision basically. So, because it's raise, and then it's got an arrow pointing in the side panel, it just says raise again. So all you have to do is just raise again. So you just raise twice. It's pretty straightforward once you just understand my way of wording it, I guess. So this customer's looking for medicine, and it says regular. So regular is keep price at 1,000 bits, for example. So you got 3 options for this. You got the raising of the price, you've got offering it at the standard price, or lowering the price. So you want to offer this customer at regular price. I've got another Raise-Rethink. This one is regular raise. And the rest of them, you just mash X. You don't have to do too much else. So I'm just mashing X through and I'll win this minigame. So this isn't the, like, so I'm a speedrunner of this game, as you can see from any other video on this channel. This isn't the optimal fast way to do this, but for anyone who's stuck on this and just struggling to get past this in the game to recruit Monochromon, because, I don't know, maybe they're getting bad luck and the customers are just being a pain, you can do this at any point in the game, and it will work. As long as you save it and reset your system or reset your emulator, and then have the prerequisites filled out, you'll be able to do this, and it will make things a lot easier. And that's it. So there's only 16 customers you have to deal with total. As I said, having customers run from you, or having customers leave the shop in anger of your pricing, actually lowers the total amount of customers you have to deal with. So, that will be greatly helpful to anyone who's stuck on this minigame and is unable to progress getting 100 prosperity points in the game. I will show as well, just to show that it does actually work. I've got the European version of the game here as well. I do have a save file already made. Oh, also, I am using RetroArch, using the Beetle HW core, so it'd be a bit different. It'd be the same for EPSXE, which is the standard emulator everyone uses. Nothing will be different. It's just, as I said, as long as you're using the BIOS, it will work between any emulator that accepts your own provided BIOS. In terms of getting that BIOS file, I'm afraid I won't be able to help with that. That's something you will have to search around for yourself or dump from your own console. To add to this as well, I'm using a different Digimon, just to show that it isn't Bakimon exclusive or anything like that. This is actually my second recruitment in this save file, because I got to this point without recruiting anything but Agumon. You'll see the first customer is Gotsumon, and he's also asking for meat. Goburi-Mon with Porta-Potty. I won't go through the whole thing, I'll just show you the first 5 customers, just to show that, yeah, the customer order is correct according to the notes. So, Weed-Mon asking for meat. Just another Weed-Mon asking for meat as well. And there we go, so 5 customers of the list confirmed to be in the correct order. No reason to doubt that it wouldn't work. I've already gone through it once off the video, but you can see that the customers are so far in the correct order. So yeah, it's quite simple to do. Not really a challenging trick to pull off. Anyone should be able to do it. But if you do have any trouble whatsoever performing this, there are a couple places that you can get in touch with me and ask me. You can ask me in my YouTube comment section. I'm happy to respond to any questions anyone may have. I also stream live on Twitch under the name Raikou. So just look up for the name of the Pokemon basically, and you'll find my Twitch channel. And I can answer any questions during my stream, because I do stream this game almost daily. Doing speed runs of 100 prosperity points. So you can ask any questions during that stream. Happy to help anyone out who needs it. Also, let me know in the comments below if you would like anything else on this caliber. Like, I can make videos in terms of how to guarantee Piximon spawning, how to guarantee certain items to spawn, how to manipulate certain fights even, that are troubling for any casual player of the game. Anything like that, I can pull something together for it. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and hope you enjoy playing Digimon World.